Welcome to Sellforte's Marketing Mix Modeling Academy Lesson 1.1. In this lesson, we'll go through what is marketing mix modeling in a nutshell and how it's different to some of the more common and basic marketing measurement solutions out there. Let's jump into it. Marketing mix modeling, or MMM, is a statistical technique used to measure the impact of different marketing activities on sales, profit, and traffic. It does so by applying time series analysis to find a signal between different activities and the incremental uplifts. So, in other words, instead of looking at which channels converted the sale, MMM tries to figure out how different marketing activities contributed in that conversion as a whole. This can be explained through a practical example of football. A football team consists of 11 players. Each player has an important role in the team's success, but the contribution can be quite different based on how we are looking at the performance. For example, last touch attribution, which surprisingly many measurement tools are still based on, assigns all of the credit to the player who scored the goal. This paints a bit twisted picture of what it actually takes to score a goal, as it neglects the fact that the ball has to be passed to the striker by other teammates, and that games are never won by strikers alone. Another option is multi-touch attribution, which assigns credit to all of the players who touched the ball before the goal. This can be a bit challenging, as certain players might not leave a traceable footprint from their actions, and some passes can't be tracked anymore as we're losing third-party cookies. This has led to a situation where a lot of managers don't trust the numbers and reports they're getting.
Yeah, I get all sorts of reports and metrics, but it's hard to trust them since they all measure the effectiveness a bit differently. By their standards, they're all exceptional players.
Instead of assigning credit based on who touched the ball, MMM takes a bit different approach. It analyzes a wider selection of variables over multiple games and seasons even to learn how different activities actually correlate with goals, wins and losses. After collecting enough activity and outcome data and adding relevant external data sources such as weather and seasonality, MMM then splits the data into two parts. With the first one, it develops and trains the different models, and with the latter one, it tests them to see how well they can explain the actual results. The model that is able to explain the results most accurately wins, but only for the moment. As results and insights from this modeling can be used as priors that guide the models in the next one, the process generates more and more accurate models over time. We'll get back to the business priors and model accuracy in the upcoming lessons. To summarize, instead of trying to fit reality into a predefined model, MMM develops a model that fits the reality as accurately as possible. This is done as MMM combines both data and business expertise, because in most cases you need both. As you might have figured, MMM isn't a plug-and-play analytics tool, but an iterative process toward more and more robust models and results. The good news is that you can get a head start with the latest software as a service solutions that provide the benefits of MMM without the gruesome R&D journey that is typically required to get to that point. But it hasn't always been as nice as that. In the next lesson, we'll go through a brief history of MMM, which helps us to understand how this methodology has developed over time. See you there!